Hey friends, Bree here, and welcome to a Sunday Card Talk. And so today I just wanted to give encouragement on hearing the voice of the Lord. And so when you hear the voice of the Lord, it's always going to be something that's very still and very small, right? If you blink, like it's almost like you think that you're hearing it, but it's not really there, but it's there, right? And hearing the voice of the Lord can look like many different things. It could be Him showing you a picture over and over again. It could be Him showing you a blue jay over and over again, a cardinal, a hummingbird over and over again, right? It could be a certain sequence of numbers that He continuously shows you that are not angel number, they're His numbers, right? Or it could just be a specific number that means something to you personally, right? It could be Him telling you go to a certain place over and over again. It could be a last name that you keep seeing, or first name, right? I know that I keep seeing a last name over and over and over again, and I know what it personally means to me. But it's like when the Lord is speaking to you, you are not going to miss it. Like, you're not going to be able to avoid it. Like, whatever He's trying to show you, He will bring it up again, 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 and again. And it's important that we listen to the voice of the Lord, because whatever He's trying to show us is going to be imperative to our walk in this life, not just with Him, right? It's going to be something that we need to do, an action that we need to take, something that we need to take note of, right? And so as I was kind of just meditating on this, I was just thinking how, like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? Because when I think of the Lord, I used to be in this place where I had like a very religious mindset, because that's how I grew up, where I thought the Lord was always mad at me because, I wanted to wear certain clothes, or He was mad at me because, I wanted to do certain hairstyles or certain makeups, or, different things like that. But that is a spirit of religion, right? The Lord doesn't care about those things. The only thing He cares about is what is personal to you, right? He will, like, as you get on your walk with Him, you'll naturally have desires that you had in the past go away, that you no longer desire. But He's not condemning you for, like, anything that you do that religious folks say that you shouldn't do or you can't do, right? That's not the kind of God that He is. I remember just growing up, there were so many things I couldn't do, just being in that spirit of religion. Like, I had to wear dresses down to my ankles. I couldn't chew bubble gum. I didn't go to like a regular public school because of like some different things, from a religious aspect. I just couldn't do a lot of things based on religion. And as I grew up and I wanted to get to know Him more, I kind of had to kind of back away from the Lord, because I thought that I was such a disappointment. Like, Lord, I've been out here doing my own thing, and like, how could you want somebody like me, right? And even if, Lord, you want me, then does it mean that I have to cover every inch of my body? Does it mean that I can't, go hang out with my friends? Or does it mean that I can't do X, Y, Z? And that's when I really started to know who the Lord is. And even now, every day, I learn more about Him. He is so loving. He is so compassionate. He is so gentle. Even sometimes when I'm just fed up with transitions and I cry and I scream and I'm bitter, even then He allows me to get that emotion out, because that's what He's trying to get anyways, right? He's trying to get that bitter root out of us that we don't know that is resting inside, right? A lot of the times we think that we're okay, we think that we are healed, until that situation comes around, and then that feeling that you get, that emotion that just springs forth, reveals that you're not as healed as you thought you were, right? And so oftentimes He'll put us in situations that forces us to confront that seed that we don't know has taken root in our heart. And even in that, in screaming and frustrating and crying, He will still be silent. And then when you're done, because He's never going to try to out-talk you, right? He'll wait until you're done, and then He'll ask you, you know, like, is that it? Are you okay? Where did that stem from? Okay, come back to me now. He's never going to condemn you or make you feel, son, don't do that. He's never going to condemn you or make you feel as if your feelings aren't valid. He's always going to reassure you that he understands that you're having emotions, these human emotions and these feelings based on your current circumstances. But then in the softest, stillest, quietest voice, he's going to remind you that his grace is sufficient. And it's crazy because I used to get so annoyed, like no lie, when I was like really deep in religion, right? I used to get so annoyed when I used to hear that from people, and I'm just like the grace isn't sufficient right now. Like, this is what I'm going through. This sucks. I don't even want to talk to him right now, right? But as I grow in my relationship with him, and I know that he's not looking at me in terms of like what I'm wearing or how my hair is or what makeup I have or if I go to church every week, he's not looking at that, right? He cares more about you talking to him than going to church on a Sunday and listening to somebody else, right? Because anything can be an idol. You can idolize your pastor and take his word over what the Lord is telling you personal. And that's why it's important to get into quiet time with him. Just a quiet space that you're dedicating, Lord, I'm dedicating this time to you. Speak, your servant is listening, right? And you will begin to understand that he is always speaking to you. You just have to pause, take a moment, and you have to listen to him. And when you take that moment and you listen to him, you will understand just how gentle he is and how he wants for you what you want for you, right? He's not trying to just take everything away and leave you bare, right? He wants for you what you want for you. All he asks in return is that we believe and we understand that he is the creator of all things, not anybody else. Okay, not the works of our hands. He wants you to acknowledge his love and his works in his hands. And once you do that, you begin to go into a partnership with him, and he can see you and he can mold you into, because he's your creator. He knows who you were created to be. So many of us are out here just being who we think we should be, right? And once you allow yourself to get into the pocket with the Lord, then you will start to see that you are always supposed to be, that you are always meant to be, begin to come out. And I've seen that even over the last 5 years. The person that he's called me to be, I see glimpses. I see a future of. I see myself loving that person, right? And I want everybody to love that version of them that they were always meant to be too. So forget the religion, forget the rules. I